Hi, everybody. This is Angelica. How are you today? Well, um, I feel like I've been traveling in other dimensions, and it hasn't been like happy or fun. It's like I've been traveling and been like kind of this warrior, in a sense, really. Uh, Battling, and it's not demons or anything like that. It's more like uh, belief, beliefs, thought patterns, um, dysfunctional, discordant energies that are on the planet, and things that I've picked up along the way so that I could recognize these discordant energy patterns. Anyway, so I've been really going deep into something that I can't even really explain. Because as you know from my videos, I like to keep things practical. When I first started my awakening, you know, well, even before my awakening, I felt that I could always travel interdimensionally. That was not a problem for me. Um, these things, as these spiritual concepts, this traveling to other dimensions, and connecting with other spirits and anything not of this earth is very easy for me, naturally, for some reason. What hasn't been easy for me has been the earth plane, and staying very grounded here. And so for the past several years, coming in to my awakening, and just having to really solidify my soul essence in my physical body has been quite challenging. And so for the past several years, I don't know exactly how many, but I've really wanted to concentrate and stay very physical, and not kind of cut off the connection, not to God, but to all those other things. Because for me, all of those other things, in a sense, I had used in the past as an escape mechanism to escape my earthly responsibilities. And being here and knowing my mission and purpose, I have great responsibilities, and in order to fulfill those responsibilities, I definitely have to be grounded and rooted in the earth plane. So, I don't really know what this video is about, but this video is about just, kind of my experience this past, actually, it's been a couple of months that this has been trying to come through. And I've kind of been resisting it. And, we resist things without even recognizing how we're resisting things. We'll just do certain behaviors, we'll stay busy, do other things to prevent us or block us from moving deeper to deeper levels of feeling, of thought, of belief, and all of those things. So even though logically my brain, I can be very analytical sometimes, was working overtime to try to figure out what is this moving in me. And I mean, this major like transformation that's happening to me right now is it started right around that earthquake video that I did. This is still like ongoing from that. The things that were shaken up during that earthquake, for me, and I could feel this like creative energy and me stepping up another level. uncovering another aspect of myself that I wasn't able to before. And I knew that it meant something, and I knew that it was uncovering another part or aspect of who I was. It's just things don't happen like that. Like, they don't happen, you know, in a split second. They take time to be uncovered. And so many of the things that have been uncovered have been very interesting. And so what I want to talk about, I guess, with this experience that I had is I pretty much, so I felt like I haven't really been here on the earth very much in the past several days, and I didn't even recognize it until yesterday when I felt kind of like myself again. And when I came back to like earth, I realized that I had gone into like several other like dimensions and was doing all this other work. It's like our spiritual body is doing all kinds of things all the time, but it's like there was more energy needed on my part in the past week or so in order to really deal with these things. And it's hard to explain what was actually going on. And I know I don't like to make videos like this that don't make sense. So it's not in my nature to not make sense and to like I said, I like to be practical and keep things real so that you all can understand. There's a big transformation happening within me on many different levels. And these were all just trying to come through, and in the process of that, I'm having to go deep, deep within myself, and at the same time go way out into other dimensions. And I don't want to say battling, but that is what it feels like. It feels like I'm some kind of warrior, and I'm battling. As I battle it within me, I battle it out there, if that makes sense. I hope that it does. But because I'm not exactly sure, I do know, which I'm not going to like, you know, talk about now. I do know what's happening personally in my life. Things coming about that are really, you know, shifting, but these things take some time. So, you know, I don't like to talk about anything until they're actually solidified and real on the earth plane. But it's just interesting that this has been going on, and I think I'm kind of at the end of a cycle. And that cycle started with Saturn moving into my 12th house. I knew it was going to be a big cycle, like I've talked about in previous videos. It's been 2.5 years. Before Saturn moved in my 12th house, I kind of knew it was going to be huge, and it was going to be me delving really deeply to a whole nother level. Now, this isn't the dark night of the soul. It's different, because after you get out of the dark night of the soul and you kind of step into your new self, you know, you kind of merge your soul with your body. After that big process is complete, you do go through other processes, but they're easier because you understand them better. And you have the ability to call upon the resources that you've already kind of gathered and gained from just being through that whole dark night of the soul process. So anyway, Saturn's moving out of the 12th house and into my first house of Sagittarius. But along with that, since it's almost my birthday, towards the end of November, what happens to anybody around this time is the sun, first of all, moves into your 12th house. And so the sun's in my 12th house, and then several other of the faster moving planets move into the 12th house as well. And so I feel this like deep excavation of this like inner, this you always think it's the last bit, right? But it's going so deep, and I'm having to kind of stay within my little cocoon. And I go through this sometimes, but this feels like huge. This feels like really, really huge for some reason. I'm having really, really vivid dreams. Like last night, my dream was that I had to move. I had to move to a new house, and the house, the floors were all glass. Not glass, but it was like that thick plastic that you see when you're like in the aquariums, you know, like the Monterey Aquarium, and like I felt safe in the house. My room, though, my bedroom, was interesting because it was half of the floor, like, okay, it was all like glass, but I think it was like a hard plastic, was under the ocean. But I moved to New Mexico, random. But the floor was under the ocean. So up to about my knees in my room was the ocean. And there was sea creatures up against the, anyway, I'm sure that that's representing me merging into this deeper level, and me having to really move forward and go and get under the underlying busyness, get under the underlying anger, going to the true feelings and correcting them there, you know. Anyway, that's what's going on with me currently. I just wanted to, you know, update you guys a little bit on what's going on, so you know that this time I have all these planets in my 12th house. Saturn is kind of wrapping things up in my 12th house. Saturn's moving into the first house, and so are all the other planets. So it's like, it's very representative of a new beginning, and I feel myself having to take on a lot more responsibilities, and I'm going to have to be prepared for that. And in order to prepare for that, I have to go deeper and clear up some more things, and then clear up some more things wherever I just was for the past 3 days. I really don't know. Like, I had to go see family. My mom's, for my grandmother's memorial. I have not seen my mom's sisters in like over 20 years, could be 30 years. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, I saw them when I was younger, but I mean, I was there and I was witnessing everything that was going on, but at the same time, it was so weird. Like, I was on these other levels doing these other things, and like I said, I like to keep it real on earth, and I haven't felt myself have to leave my body to go and do this other work, which could be part of the new responsibilities that I have. I'm a little bit hesitant to want to go there because I think it's just been so, you know, it's been a long road getting me to where I am, and keeping just my regular earthly life going normally, which I have down. It's just, it was really hard for me to be normal in normal reality, and I'm not normal at all, as you know. But I'm saying, like, I think what's being asked of me is that I was always out there in space, okay, and I understand the spiritual realm so much better than I understand the earthly realm. So then, since my awakening, I've had to really understand the earthly realm, how things work on the 3D level, the density, the time, get it down, right? And so now I got that down, but now I'm being asked to, like, conjoin the two or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't have all the puzzle pieces yet. They're not all there. Anyway, this is just a little update video, a little confusion for you for your day. Hope you enjoy. There will be more added to this story later. So I just love you all, and thank you for listening to this. If there's anything that you want to share in the comments about anything you've been going through in relation to these interesting experiences, let me know. I'd love to hear about them. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.